Tell us about yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Johan. I'm 38 years old. At the moment, I'm one of the homeless, destitute uh, people in Cape Town. I do have a partner who is mentally ill, and at the moment, I don't know if you don't want to know more about my background or where I come from. Born in Johannesburg, moved to Cape Town. Actually have a degree. I studied here about 4 years ago. My job went a bit south, with coronavirus, and there was a lot of stuff, that happened, and ultimately leading to me being homeless and on the street, and my partner as well. So what I don't like about Cape Town is, number one, is the weather, the winters, obviously, But going a bit deeper, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about the homeless people in Cape Town. I don't think the general public understands us or understands why we're here and why we are kept here, on the street. I don't think there's enough support for people like myself, in Cape Town. I really dislike that. I feel the system has failed us in to a degree. Uh, what I do like about Cape Town is there's a lot of good people.
Do you wanna come out from the street?
Of course, I don't think anyone wants to be living on the street, but once you're here, it's so difficult to get back up, you know. Um, do you want me to tell you? So there's a couple of reasons. People do help out financially, with maybe like between, 10 to 100 rand or whatever per day, whatever the case may be. But that's not enough to get you off the street. Uh, I find it very difficult to take a shower, to have clean clothes, new clothes, because number one, when I get clothing, it's either stolen from me, or stolen and sold by somebody else on the street, for drugs. Number two, like I said, being clean is such a difficult thing for us,
Homeless people.
yeah, yeah. There are places where you can go shower, but then again, like you have to pay for the shelters. You have to get things like vouchers and coupons and stuff just to take a shower. Most of us don't even know where you get the coupons and stuff. Then, and then you can only shower on certain days between a certain time. I mean, when you go for a job interview, I can't go for a job interview looking like this, with these clothes, How can I get up, every morning, go to work looking like this, you, you know? Um, how can I be in a professional environment looking like this or smelling? I haven't taken a bath for a week or two, I know,
I get you though.
you understand what I'm saying. So that those are the challenges that we face. Also, just getting by, just getting food, is so difficult. Like there's no day-to-day soup. Well, there are, but it's not enough. It's not enough for everyone. How can you expect a 38-year-old grown man, to survive on a little bit of instant porridge, for breakfast, and 4 slices of bread, per day? It's impossible. You're still going to be hungry.
I get you.
When you're on the street, I don't think people understand how hungry you get. It's. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but you're always hungry. You're always hungry because you never know where you're going to get your next meal from. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
The other thing, that's really challenging is you're like, as a homeless person, you're being discriminated against, marginalized, judged by the general public.
I get you.
Things that other homeless people don't talk about is the private security companies, the CCID guys, that you're being abused, beaten. The other night I was sleeping up in Tamboerskloof,
Sure, sure, sure.
because sometimes it's too dangerous to sleep downtown,
Get
where we
you.
are now. Then two security guards, they woke my friend and I. They woke us up like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were actually waiting for the bins to come out so we can check in the bins for food and for cans, so we can at least get something decent to eat or whatever.
100%.
And out of nowhere, they said to us, okay, we're not allowed to be here, and we were fine with that. And they started beating us, like a proper beating, like we were bleeding. And those are the things that you don't. It's 3 o'clock in the morning,
It's a job.
People don't see that, and they don't understand. Like they if somebody saw it, they probably thought that we did something wrong, which we didn't. I understand, like, there are people who steal and rob and do all those horrible things. That's the truth, but not all of the homeless people in Cape Town are like.
Can improve.
I think there needs to be a different kind of system, put in place. All the system needs to be revised. I think as a homeless person, I think they should probably, if it was up to me, do like a scoring system, because about like, can this homeless person be trusted or not, build profiles on specific homeless people, to see, if they're good or bad. I'm not saying that should be done. I'm just saying there must be some kind of system in place that doesn't generalize us, as criminals or drug addicts or, whatever the case may be. Because I'm not, naive to the fact that most of the people on the street do have a history of being criminals and all of that stuff, and addicts and all that stuff, and that's probably why they can't get a job. And, so that's unfortunately the sad truth. But I've spoken to most of the people on the street here, and I can tell you now, most of them do want to change, even though they do have a history of violence or criminal activity or whatever the case. Most of us don't want to be here, and we really, really do want to move up in life.
Don't wanna come out from the street, though. That's what you mean, though.
Yes,
That's what you want. Better for yourself, though.
100%.